Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my video, and in this video we are going to start our tutorial of HTML. And in this tutorial we will be creating different programs in HTML. And for those who have started their journey in coding, they can watch the video and it's from the beginning. So on your screen you can see I have an app here, that's Visual Studio Code. You can also download it from your Microsoft application, and also you have Notepad in your computer, you can also use that. So let's begin here. Actually, I have named my file HTML because our programming language which we are going to learn is HTML. So let's begin. So first of all, let me tell you this thing, that the HTML, actually we don't have to only remember its full form, which we call the hypertext markup language. You can also note it, it's hypertext markup language. Okay, so you don't only have to remember this full form. Besides it, you have to remember the codes which execute in the program of HTML. So there are different codes, like we have heading, we have title, we have body, and we have different codes in body. We have different codes in our heading. So we have different codes in our title. We can also insert table in this HTML. I have created some videos about that, but this video is for the beginners who are learning the coding language for the first time. They can watch this video. And also, so now let's begin and let's create our first file in HTML. So we have some tags, actually we have tags in HTML which help us to give command to the HTML program, and it creates the, we can say, web page or anything else for us. It can create table for us, many more things for us. So these tags are used to give it a command. For example, if I will say here, I will insert an tag, I will write HTML. So this HTML, it's an code. You can see it changed its color to blue because it's an tag. Otherwise, it would not. So now in this HTML, this is the head tag. We can say it is the first tag for writing your HTML program. So if you will not write HTML, this code will be not included in HTML. In Notepad, it will not change its color because that's not the proper application for using it. You can use this Visual Studio Code. It will also help you to correct your mistakes while you are executing your codes. So now I will press enter, and here you can see that there is a space. We call it tab. It's on your keyboard also. So actually this space is because the codes which we are going to type next to it are included in the HTML program. It indicates, this space indicates that. So now we are clear with HTML tag. HTML tag is used to start our HTML program. Now we have head. We call it head. If I will write it without these tags, this opening tag and closing tag, it will not work. So we have to keep it in tag head. Okay, and also close it. Now we will say enter. Okay, so inside this head we have now title. We are going to write the title of our HTML program. So writing this title, in this title I will write the title of my web page that I am going to create. So I will write here, let me write it as Google. So now this Google is in white color because it's the text which will be shown in the web page when we will enter the and we will execute the code. When we run it, we can see the Google on top of the tab, which will indicate the name as Google. So this is very easy. Title tag. After that, we are going to start the body of our HTML program. So in body we have different codes. We can keep the BG color of our body, which means background color. We can change the text color or many more things. So as it's the first video of our tutorial, so we'll only keep it as body. Okay, so only body. Now inside this body, you can see this application is creating closing tag and opening tag also. But Notepad will not do the same functions because that's not made for these things. So you can install this Visual Studio Code app. It's an very benefiting app for you. Now after this body, inside this body we have the headings. You can say heading 1, which we call H1, H2. Now these H1 and H2, first of all, to make you understand, I will write here this H1 and H2. If we write the same text on both the headings, the H1, the text on H1 will be more bigger than the text on H2. It's the function of H1 and H2. Actually, H1 will be more, the text will be more bigger than in H2. So I will write here H1. I will also show you that. If I will write here H1, so now inside this H1 I will write some text. I will write how important Google is for us. So I have wrote here that how important the Google is for us. So this is the text in H1. Actually H1 is also similar to the body because we can also change its background color. The text of our how important Google is for us, we can change its background color, we can change its text color. So it's up to us what we are going to keep. We will also learn it in our next tutorial of the HTML programming language. So now moving forward, we have, if to make you understand, I will make here H2 again, H2, which is heading 2. So in this heading 2, I will write the same text. How important is Google for us? So it's the same text. Now when I will run this code, you can see the difference in H1 and H2. The H1 will be bigger than H2. The text format will be more bigger than H2. So this is the thing that you should see in these headings. So now we are done with our body. We have created different body here. Now if I want to insert some kind of text inside it, I don't want that to be more bigger like these headings. So for that we have to insert p tag, which means paragraph. Actually you are going to write something inside it, which I will write it helps us in many things. Okay, so now this p is actually is a paragraph. So inside the text that's inside this p will be smaller than the headings. Actually it's a common sense, so it will be smaller than H1 and H2. Now if I will move forward, we are done with our body. We have created different tags inside the body, and now we are going. So now we have created all things inside the body. We have inserted H1, H2, and paragraph for us. So these are the things which are important inside our body. So after that, we will close the head and we will close HTML tag. And now we will try to execute our code. So I will click on run and run without debugging. So here you can see the output. Our output is ready. Now, so for those who are working on Notepad, they have to save it as .html